Hi, what we're looking at here is a R-series tank that's been divided into two halves. This half is for a very specific repeatable function. That half is for just general purpose use. If someone bought any machine from Waterjet with standard job shop or heavy duty grates, that's exactly what they would get from here going that way. So that machine is actually about 12 foot by 14 foot, that section. This section here, you see, is a little bit different. We've got this frame here, which will actually have a catwalk. This is a catwalk through the middle and a catwalk along the back of the front half. And what's going to be cut here is 5 1/4 inch thick stainless steel. Each sheet is 10 foot, just over 10 foot by 5 foot, more like 11 by 6. There'll be 2 sheets side by side, and we're going to be cutting 5 foot diameter discs, one out of the front and one out of the back. You'll see these posts here. The intention is that they get legs, and what I'm going to do here with this ruler is this is the exact tool path that the Waterjet stream will take, and you'll see that it actually goes between the legs. In other words, we are going to beef up the floor underneath here. They'll be able to cut 1,000 times in the same place, and it will not go through the floor. And they will not use up any grates, and they will not have any consumables, and they'll be able to actually cut repeatedly, load and unload, pull the 5 foot diameter discs out while the skeleton is supported on the outsides. And then from there, we just take the skeleton out, dump 2 more in, and off we go. Let's go and have a look at what goes over this. Here we have 16 axes of motion for this machine. This is what actually goes over that tank. 4 Z carriages, and each Z carriage has its own height sensor, has its own motor, so that we can drive the heads independently of each other, with the intention that these 2 heads would be able to do mirror image cutting, and these 2 heads will also be able to do mirror image cutting, and as a result, we'll be able to cut 2 of the 5 foot discs simultaneously, each with 2 heads. And obviously that way we've been able to take what's projected to be a 4-year contract down to 2 years worth of cutting. Let's just have a look around the back here. Okay, here we are at the back. You can see a motor. We pin the ball screw, so of course we can rotate it as if it was a rack and pinion, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and so on. Something else that we do is, because there's so much power going into this system, you'll see we're running double whips over to each cutting head, and these are all 3/8 lines coming in with 300 horsepower to actually feed this machine. So what we've been looking at is our goal and way to address this. We see here we would have our 6 foot by 11 foot sheets, 5 1/4 inch thick stainless steel. We've got to cut these 60-inch discs, about 1,000 of them, and what we wanted to do was come up with a system where we were able to have head 1 and head 2 go counterclockwise and clockwise, head 3 and head 4. So we've actually got our 2 heads coming around, and then we'll do it again this way. And in doing this, we of course are effectively having 4 heads cutting 1 disc at a time. Say we took a 4-year project down to a 2-year project. We're able to increase our cutting speed substantially with 60,000 psi. In fact, we were cutting faster than 90,000 psi. This customer already is doing this job with 90,000 psi. We came up with a solution at 60 that increases our cutting speed substantially over 90, and at a huge reduction in operating cost. So huge savings here. This is the walkway, so people will be able to actually, there's a little staircase that comes up here. You'll be able to walk up, walk around, literally have this where the bulk of your work is happening, and yet still be able to run the machine back, 30 foot by 15 foot, run it back and still be able to take any part or whatever you want to do and cut it as if it was just a standalone Waterjet table. So really nice machine. Second one that they've purchased from us, and just the kind of stuff that Waterjet does that we enjoy doing. If you have something a little bit different, if you're looking for a total solution to whatever your challenge is, give us a call. We thrive on it.